Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Lord of the Rings draft here on the channel. I'm going to be going pick by pick, play by play, talking through everything so you will know what to do in your own Lord of the Rings draft. Let's get started, shall we? It's going to be a fun time. If you enjoy this sort of thing, let me know in the comments and I'll make more of them. But yeah. Ooh. We have a very strong rare to start things off. This one you just play it on turn 2 or whenever you draw it, and it just gets you a huge advantage. You just draw a lot of cards if you aren't under pressure, and even if you are, being able to just have the ring stack up to 4 is very, very strong. So this is an easy first pick out of the pack. After that, it gets a lot closer. There is a Shire Sheriff, which is okay. Goblin Fireleaper can actually be pretty strong. Easterling Vanguard is a pretty good common. Errand Rider is probably a little bit better, though. Just often draws you a card if you can set it up properly. But in terms of commons, I think it goes Errand Rider, followed by Easterling Vanguard. And then the uncommons, the Fireleaper might be a little bit better than Sheriff. Sheriff is a little hard to set up sometimes, but still a reasonable card. And then Lost to Legends, also one that I like. We're going to take the Call of the Ring. So we have started off with a black card, but that by no means forces us to play black. In this pack, the only black card is a Uruk-hai Berserker, which is definitely a strong card, don't get me wrong. But it might pigeonhole us a little bit if black doesn't end up open. And there are strong options in this pack. Dunedain Rangers can be quite good if you're a green deck. And Gandalf's Sanction can actually be like the best card in your deck if you play a blue-red deck. So I'm very tempted to just take it because I think if I was going to take another card, I would just take the Uruk-hai Berserker because it's like fairly close in power level with the other options. But Gandalf's Sanction's a really fun card in the decks where it's good, and we could try it. Uruk-hai Berserker is probably a more reliable pick, though. It's kind of like, do I want to close the door on blue-red? The answer is probably, because Uruk-hai Berserker fits really well with the Call of the Ring, too. Okay, I'll just take the Uruk-hai Berserker. I'll go full try-hard this draft. Okay. This is another interesting pack. I'm glad I didn't take the I'm glad I took the Uruk-hai Berserker, because now I get to take one of these strong black cards. There's a Voracious Fellbeast, a Dunlin Crebain, and a Torment of Gollum, all of which are strong options. I feel like Voracious Fellbeast is very, very good. Just like kills one of your opponent's creatures, gets you a food, it's a huge flyer. I've had a lot of success with this card. Torment of Gollum has had a lot of success against me. Feels like it always comes at the perfect time. And then Dunlin Crebain is just a rock-solid 3-drop. Carries the ring well, so it plays well with these Ring Bearer cards that I already have. Sting is unfortunately not a card that I really prioritize. I think I'm going to take the Voracious Fellbeast, though. Most expensive cards are pretty interchangeable, so I could see Crebain being better, but Voracious Fellbeast has been very impressive to me. And there are a lot of 3-drops you can play in your like black decks that you're pretty happy with. Whereas it's pretty much only Trolls and the like Troll of Khazad-dûm and Voracious Fellbeast at the top end that you're happy with in these decks. Okay, so we're seeing a few green cards. Peregrine Took, actually a pretty solid green card. Glorfindel, not particularly great. Ent's pretty solid. Nirmir, pretty mediocre. To stay with a black card, we could take Cirith Ungol Patrol. It's a fine card, but nothing too special. But I think we're actually going to take Denethor because white-black is a very good deck. And we kind of have a decent start. It makes me pretty happy that I didn't take the Dunlin Crebain because I would get filled with 3-drops if I did have another one already. You can just generally find good 3-drops. And a good top-end card is definitely nice. So I'm going to take Denethor. It can be one of the best cards in your deck. And Cirith Ungol is pretty interchangeable in my experience. Okay. Now, another interesting pick. There are some blue cards. Horses of Bruinen, Isolation at Orthanc. There isn't a single black card in the pack, so that's worth noting. 5 picks in. There's no black cards, but we already have a strong black start and a Call of the Ring, so we can probably just weasel our way into black, get some black cards pack 2, and be fine. Even though white-blues may be more open. There's a Hobbit's Sting here, which is good if we have a lot of creatures, which Denethor kind of wants. But I think I'm just going to take either Protector of Gondor or 2 Creeper. Probably the Protector of Gondor. I don't love these 1 toughness creatures because when people play Rally at the Hornburg, it's frankly embarrassing to just have like a 2 Creeper sitting around, or even something like a Dunlin Crebain. But Protector of Gondor makes a 1/1, also makes those cards look a little silly, and it plays really well with Denethor. Okie doke. a second Gandalf's Sanction would have been nice. There's, once again, not a single black card in this pack, but it looks like we're going to be able to make up the difference with white cards, and Protector of Gondor is the 4-drop of choice for these white-black human sacrifice decks, so we're happy to see one of those. Okie doke. Fog at the Barrow Downs is not the best card. There's a Shadowfax, but I don't think red is particularly open either. Luckily, none of these cards are that impressive. Like, it's not like I'm missing out on a crazy card in another color if I take Fog on the Barrow Downs here. I could also just take Great Hall of the Citadel in case I want to splash something. So I'm going to do that. Frodo's not the card I love splashing, though, I will say. It's just, you don't really want to splash 2-drops. I will take an Eagles of the North. It plays great with like the Protectors to go wide, and then you just play an Eagles at the top end. And we wield Lost to Legend. That's nice. Wheeling Goblin Fireleaper is pretty interesting. It probably isn't as good as I was making it out to be, but it's still a reasonable card, so seeing it on the wheel is crazy. There's also an Escape from Orthanc, which is reasonable, but I like Lost to Legend. We are a bit lacking in the 2-drop department. East Farthing Farmer can do good work. Even if you don't have a food theme, just getting a couple of resources for one card is nice. Dunedain Ranger's wheeling. We're seeing a lot of red cards. We could maybe have switched to white-red with the Shadowfax, but I think still we had enough good black cards that we can just dip into black, and then this is what's sometimes even a strategy. Ooh, we got a 2-drop, perfect. Is to take all of the cards of a particular color, and then in pack 2 you can get paid off, because the person to our left is almost certainly not in black. Here there's a Mithril Coat. I think you need to have a decent number of legendaries for this to be good. It's just the format's a little too quick to just pay 3 and then equip, but Indestructible is a really good mechanic. Claim the Precious, however, is just a fantastic card. Really happy to see that. We're going to take Claim the Precious. We are still just going to be playing this white-black deck. We have the Call of the Ring as a strong card. We have this Voracious Fellbeast, a couple of other good black cards like Denethor, and we'll be able to fill things out with white cards. We might wield the Took Reaper. Probably not going to wield the Easterling Vanguard, but Claim the Precious, premium removal. Another Claim the Precious, don't mind if I do. There's also a Landreval, there's a Gothmog, but we're just pretty happy just getting our removal spells. Claim the Precious is fantastic. And even though Gothmog plays great with these Protector of Gondor tokens and things like that, we'll just be happy if we wheel an Eastmark Cavalier to get another 2-drop here. And Westfold Rider. Sometimes you have to play a 1-toughness creature. This is one of those cards that I don't mind playing like one copy of, just to have some outs against random enchantments and artifacts. But it's not like my favorite card. It is the only option for me here, though. I don't like Orcish Medicine all that much. And getting a second 2-drop is nice. This could be a deck for Mirkwood Bats, honestly. Whenever you create or sack a token, each opponent loses a life. I don't love this card. I think I'll probably just take Protector of Gondor. There's also Lost to Legend, but judging by how much I like the card relative to others, this card might wheel. But Mirkwood Bats is the sort of card that could go well in this deck, because when you have Denethor out, it kills them pretty quickly. Sacrifice the token, they lose a life. Make a new token, they lose a life. It just does so much damage. But I have found that when you're in those sorts of loops, you tend to just want to have like solid creatures like the Protector of Gondor versus the Bats. Bats is just kind of like a win more when you're already set up with your whole engine. Prince Emerhill the Fair is really nice, and it would go well with some of the potential like open blue signals we were seeing from pack 1. I don't think we're going to give up black though at this point with 2 Claim the Preciouses and a Call of the Ring. So we're just going to stick to our guns in this white-black deck. Lean into that heavy white theme. Here, Cirith Ungol Patrol is actually great with all these Protector of Gondor tokens. We do have some ring tempting, so Stalwarts of Osgiliath wouldn't be unplayable, but we don't really need creatures. We have 11 creatures. This makes 2 creatures each time. I feel like we'll be pretty set on creatures, and this lets us use those creatures for cards and life gain. Orcish Medicine could be playable. It's better than Nimble Hobbit. And now we get a Troll of Khazad Dûm. Wow, this is a super late Moria Marauder. I'm not going to switch for it, but this card is pretty nutty if you can ever give it the ring. But easy Troll. We did wheel the Took Reaper as I was hoping. It's just another 2-drop. We did wheel the Eastmark Cavalier as I was hoping. And we got another Orcish Medicine. I'm not sure we're going to play it, but we have a very good deck here. A couple of 1-toughness creatures, which I don't love. 1-toughness is just a bit of a liability. Our removal package is pretty good. We have a couple of land cyclers to help us avoid flooding out. Okay, we'll take that over the food. But overall, this deck is looking very solid to me. I'm very happy with it. We have a couple of very strong cards. Our 4-drop slot is pretty much full. I think this card's just better than the Mirkwood Bats in our deck. And we'll see what pack 3 presents, though we don't really need that much help. Pippin definitely would have been good if we were in the white-blue lifestyle, but getting 2 Claim the Preciouses definitely cemented me into a black-white deck. Hobbit Sting is quite good for me, however. I have a lot of cards to make 2 creatures for 1 card. I have a tendency to go wide in this deck, lots of creatures. So Hobbit Sting is going to be pretty good removal at instant speed in this deck. Lots of blue cards that I like here. Birthday Escape is great. I don't know if I'm really hugely on the tempting. I'm going to have a little bit because of the Uruk-hais and the claims. But white doesn't really do that much tempting in my experience. So just getting a Hobbit's Sting. And now we get an Errand Rider of Gondor. That's a great pickup. There's also a Haunt of the Dead Marshes, which I have really come around on as a card. This has been very nice for me. But Errand Rider is just going to be good. I have enough legendaries when you include all of the ring tempting that this card's often going to draw me a card. My 3-drop slot isn't super filled, and so we're just going to get the Errand Rider very happily there. And now another Errand Rider over a Took Reaper. I did wheel the last Took Reaper, so maybe I can get lucky again. But Errand Rider is just a really nice card. Even if you're just casting it to draw and then put a card on the bottom, is often good enough in the late game. And I already have like a decent number of 2-drops. I don't think I need Fog on the Barrow Downs. My removal package is already pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 removal. I tend to think if my deck has like 4 removal spells, I'm in pretty good shape. And like 6 2-drops and 4 removal spells is generally like a good baseline to aim for. And we're a little bit higher on the removal, which is nice because they're all good removal spells. And we have 4 2-drops, but they're all pretty solid. And this is kind of like a card we're happy to play on turn 2 most of the time. There's a Gorbag of minus Morgul, which I really don't love. I don't think it really does anything. The only thing it is good with is Errand Rider of Gondor, which is why I'm considering it, because it does lead to a nice 2-drop, 3-drop curve. I don't like playing multiple Westfold Riders because I have gotten wrecked by it being 1 toughness a decent amount of times. But Gorbag, I think in this specific situation where I have 2 Errand Rider of Gondors as follow-up plays, actually makes sense to take over like Shelob's Ambush, just because even though it's a bad 2-drop, it is still a card that you can play on turn 2, and it synergizes with the rest of my cards. It's why you don't want to be too like locked in stone on your perspective on a particular card. Escape from Orthanc can be an okay combat trick. I don't need a second banish from Edoras. I've never seen anyone play End Draft Basin, and I've never really even considered it myself. It's just not very good. So I'll just take Escape from Orthanc and then not play it probably. I'll just give myself the option. Okay, and now there is a Eagles of the North. That's a nice addition. And perfect. We got the last 2-drop we wanted. That's our 6th 2-drop. Late. Glorious Gale. Another Protector of Gondor. Nice pickup. And now we're just going to wheel stuff that we don't really want. Wow. Late blue cards. We could have probably built a good white-blue deck if we hadn't started off with some really good blue. Like, we did see that late Prince Imrahil. But I think our Call of the Ring gives us enough power along with the early black cards we were able to pick up that our deck is going to be in good shape. That's one of the things about sometimes why it's strong to start down a lane when you have a really powerful rare. Like Call of the Ring might look unassuming, but it can like win you the game on its own fairly easily. Okay, we get the Westfold Rider. Okay, let's see what we can do here. We are going to play a little bit less land because of these land cyclers. But I think we're just going to stay to a bunch of the baselines that I tend to follow. One of the things about East Farthing Farmer that's nice is because it plays well with Hobbit's Sting. But we're not going to let that bias us too much. So this is just be a nice little 101 on deck construction. We'll just put all the cards in that we could play. I'm not going to play the Fog, as I already discussed. We already have reasons for not playing that. I don't think we want the Orcish Medicine. Okay, so we're going to cut the Escape from Orthanc because we're not really a combat trick deck, I don't think. We only want 1 Westfold Rider. As I already mentioned, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-drops. This card doesn't even play well with the untapped part. Okay. That card does play kind of well with the orcs from the combat trick orc thing. So we need to make 4 cuts. My first thought is that East Farthing Farmer doesn't have huge amounts of synergy in our deck, so we can probably cut that. We can also probably cut a Protector of Gondor, because we don't need 5 copies of a 4-drop, just because you don't need that many 4-drops. They just clog your hand. And then we can probably cut like one of these and be good, because we have 3 of these. I think I generally go on like either 2 land cyclers is the same as 1 land. And I think in this deck it can be 2 to 1.5 because our curve ends at 4 pretty much. I think this should be pretty good. I like the build. I like the deck. All of our cards are pretty good. And we can always change it later, but this is the sort of build that I like. I don't love Orcish Medicine. All of our cards just kind of do what they say they do. We have lots of removal, good synergy, and the deck should be fun. I'll see you folks in the games. Hey there! If you are enjoying my videos and would like to support my content, you can do so at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Patreon is a way for viewers to support the content that they enjoy so that more of that content can be made, and my Patreon is no different. It really helps me dedicate the time and effort needed to make videos, and when you become a patron, you gain access to exclusive rewards as one of the ways I like to say thank you, like access to my card-by-card tier lists for each set, drafts with me, and other cool things. Special shout out to those patrons who support me at the credits level. I really do appreciate it, and without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. This is a great keep. We have 3 lands thanks to this troll. We have the turn 2 Call of the Ring, which we'll hopefully see the power of. We have a Denethor already. This hand could get run over if our opponent plays like, yeah, start like this maybe. I'm definitely still going to cycle this. Playing against a black-red foe. They are curving out. This sort of start can present problems, but we have plenty of 2-drops we could just draw. Okay, we can't actually cast that yet, but we'll just play the Call of the Ring. Start that ticking up. The ring does a lot of things, but it does not gain you life. Okay. Play Denethor. If they do have a red removal spell that deals 3, they can't kill Denethor right now, which is nice. That is okay for me. I will pay 2 life, yep. Because I want to find, like, I don't mind losing the 3 life and giving them a treasure token, but I really want to find a answer to this, like another white source before it gets to mode 3. Because then I can tuck it into their deck. So I have basically 2 more draws at it. Because that would be just fantastic. Okay. Okay, that will be my ring bearer. I will pay 2 life. Yes, we hit the plains. Perfect. And then I'll sacrifice my food this turn too. And then I won't draw cards with the Call of the Ring anymore. I just really wanted to be able to not give them 3 1/1 flyers. That felt pretty bad. I don't think they have any removal. Okay. They do have removal. Never mind. I spoke too soon. I was going to say they don't have any removal that would stop me from double blocking. Okay, this is just now going to be my time to catch back up after I take a bunch of damage. Because they're out of gas here. And so I can do this. I drew my plains. Play this. Exile that guy. Play this to deal with their 2/2. Oh, gosh. That's potentially worrisome. But they did give me 3 life, so that's good. I'm going to play this guy first before I do anything else. Because then I can start playing that guy, making more foods. Getting my life total out of range of the danger. I know they're drawing another one of those. I will gain 3 life now. No need to pay 2 life. Just start trying to gain as much life as I can. Their life total is quite high. But I'll be able to draw a decent number of cards, I think. Even though these Oath of the Grey Host tokens are going to get annoying pretty quickly. I can like basically negate them every turn by sacrificing creatures, so if I get an endless stream, I can maybe recover here. Beautiful. Okay, this is going to be an interesting game. I will choose this to be my ring bearer. Will not pay the life. That's a card. That is one heck of a card. Go to combat. Attack. I get to loot. That's why you always block before you use your combat trick, by the way. Ditch the Eastmark Cavalier. So he's going to hit them very hard. And I would play this, but then I'd die to that because I'm going to lose 3 life here. So I have to sacrifice a food here. I was going to use the removal spell to kill one of their flyers. Okay, yep. Play this guy. Sacrifice a food. Gain 3. Oh, this is a weird attack. Okay. Surprised they didn't just attack with that guy. It would have made things way harder on me. I do not think I should sacrifice them. Gain the life now in case they top deck a burn spell. Not that I would be able to survive a burn spell anyway. Boom! Got the win. Oh, that was a close one. Very close one. But we got the win in the end. That was fun. See you folks next round. Welcome to round 2. This is a pretty clear mulligan. I don't have any crazy good spells. Don't have both my colors. This one is a pretty clear keep, though, because I do have at least a good curve. And I'm going to get rid of the Westfold Rider. Because as I said, I think 1 toughness can be a liability. And this guy, I think, is just going to be a little bit better. Okay. I've got my Eastmark Cavalier down. Either way, it'll trade with this thing if I'm able to do that. When you're on the defensive and missing a color, you often just want the game to go a bit longer. Especially when they play an aggressive card. This card is definitely more on the aggressive side. Oh, okay. Here, my Vigilance guy is actually quite useful because I can attack and block the Elrond still. I will play the Errand Rider because I want to just find the tools that I need. I can just get rid of the Eastmark Cavalier. I'll play my cards efficiently. I'm going to ditch Claim the Precious, though, because I don't have double black. So, I don't even have a single black. If I had 1 black, I would probably have kept the Claim the Precious. King of the Oathbreakers. I'm probably going to lose this game. That card's not beatable for my deck unless I draw Voracious. Okay, Elrond down. Oh, I did draw Voracious. The only way to beat the King of the Oathbreakers is to race it. And the only way I have a chance of racing it is if I proceed to, like, draw 2 swamps in a row and play this thing that can then block it. And they don't have removal. Because I'm on a 5-turn clock. It's basically a 3/3 flyer with Shroud. Okay, let's hope for the best. I need to find a swamp here off this draw. Or a troll. That's not going to cut it. I'm going to ditch the Claim the Precious because it's still useless. Play this, and then I will attack them for as much as I can. Do I attack with this 3/2? Because I don't really want to let them make that trade. If they trade both of them for my 3/3, I'm okay with that. Oh, that's unfortunate that I didn't find a swamp this game. Oh. Okay. Dang. Very unfortunate. I'm getting really punished. I've drawn a lot of extra cards this game, too. I could still win this if I draw 2 swamps in my next 3 draws, I think. Sauron. That's 1 swamp. Okay. No attacks. So I have to draw another swamp here. Give myself a shot. I'm hoping they attack with the Sauron. It's unlikely. They can actually attack with everything here, because Sauron can bring back Elrond, which will give the Nimrodel Watcher unblockable. Oh, they didn't attack with the Nimrodel Watcher. Ah, no Nimrodel attack. Oh, this thing has Menace. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, that's annoying. Well, I double block there, and then I was going to double block here anyway. Hopefully this holds, and I draw a swamp. Imagine if I attacked with this Eastmark and they blocked their guy. Just a casual Eastmark Cavalier attack, no big deal. Dang. I wonder why they didn't attack with this guy. They must not have known how the scry was going to work. A tad unfortunate for sure. But I can start attacking them with the fell. Oh no, they have their own food token. Never mind. And don't worry about these Claim the Precious being on the bottom of my deck, because I have 3 land cyclers to get them back in. Speaking of which, an Eagle of the North would be a fantastic draw right about now. So I know they have this island. I know they only have 1 potential mystery card. And now, hopefully a second mystery card, because I definitely have to block here. So I'm hoping they don't have like a Shelob's Ambush or something. They're just trying to dig through their deck for answers, maybe. I can't just afford to take free damage. I have plenty of ring tempting, so I'll just keep this land for now. Start chipping away, hopefully. And I could actually attack them for 7 next turn. Okay. And then I can phase this out. And they won't be able to block. It phases out, and when it phases in, they get a 1/1. So it'll phase out if I target it here. But even if they kill the Voracious Fell Beast... Woo! We got the win! Wow, that's surprising. That was crazy. They must have really flooded out there. Wow. Got the win. That was crazy. Definitely a crazy win. See you folks next round. Welcome to another round. On the play, we're going to keep this. We have a couple 2-drops. So even if we miss for a little bit, we can still survive. I'm going to play Gorebag first because I might need to try and get a card out of it. Because I definitely want to try and hit my land drops. Okay, still going to play Gorebag first. Good to have the option. It was more of a consideration to play the Eastmark, though, because then I could attack them and then play Gorebag and double block this thing. I'm going to try to get the card out of it. I doubt they're going to chunk block, unless they really need lands, in which case me banishing for Edoras their Rohirrim Lancer is going to be pretty good. I will take action. I would love to draw a card. Perfect. I'm still going to banish from Edoras that guy. They don't have a Ring Bearer now. They don't have a second thing to make that thing truly scary. Keeping the ring limited is going to really help me in this game, it feels like. And also banish from Edoras isn't going to kill anything much more substantial for quite some time, it feels like. And yeah, I've got great prospects here. Got a blocker now. I can play this thing next turn, start getting my card draw engine rolling. This card's really good in my deck. Maybe I should have tried to get a second one. But it feels like it might just be perfect as a one-of. Because 5-drops are pretty expensive. What could they have? They have Council's Deliberation. They've done some card drawing, so they probably have a decent hand. Okay, they draw 2 cards. So this is the sort of moment where you're like, okay, they've got 6 cards. I have 4. So they've got the card advantage a little bit. But I have the board advantage, so this is where I can really just pressure them. Because I can just attack them every turn, kill their cards they want to play Searing Uncle Patrol this turn. Next turn, play a 2-drop, kill whatever they play. And they're just going to be hard-pressed to stabilize. Even if all of their spells are fantastic, they're going to be in trouble. Because they just aren't going to be able to deal with all of my threats, hopefully. That's the hope, at least. And 2 of these will give me a looter, so I'll be able to loot. The dream for me is they just try to play a blocker, which is why in these situations, when your opponent is pressuring you, you generally want to use removal spells first. So if they have a kill spell to kill my Searing Uncle Patrol, that would be their best bet. Also, they probably should have traded with this 1/1 if they have like action in their hand, because it just reduces the clock. Buys them time, and that's what they need, is time. Okay, here I'm somewhat worried about them having a 3/2 to flash in, but not worried enough that I'm going to not attack with my 4/5. They could also have Gandalf. But if they had Gandalf, they might have tried to use it last turn. I often get wrecked by Gandalf. So I'm just going to attack with this guy. Gandalf is one of the major flash players. Okay, so that's where you get punished for the sort of play I just made. Is when they have a removal spell and you play around Gandalf. And that is one of the benefits of what they did, is that I missed out on 3 damage by not attacking with this guy, which could definitely matter. Could easily matter. I've just gotten beaten by Gandalf enough times that I didn't want to lose my 3/3 for free. So I wasn't attacking with the 1/1 because if they have the 3/2, it's pretty bad. If I'd played this, I could have then attacked with the 1/1 as well. Free of charge. So they have 5 cards. They're attacking. I can't imagine this being particularly bad for me. I didn't even really think about what they could have here. I guess they have to deal 1 to 2 different creatures. Yeah. That's not the end of the world. Oh, they did have Gandalf. Yes! I was right! I feel so smart. I don't know why they played it just then. It doesn't really make sense to not just play it at instant speed, so I can't literally just kill it. I was just going to attack with a 3/3. They would have saved themselves a decent chunk of life, honestly, by just not playing the Gandalf. Okay. Hiflane not. So they get to draw this, and they get to draw from their other card that they get to exile. Keep this in hand, because if I kill something, I can loot away the swamp. Airborne Flamesmith is sometimes the most meaningful target you can kill in these situations. Okay, they have another land. So I'm at 15. They have a lot of instants and sorceries if they have another Gandalf's Sanction. I don't think I can justify using my removal on a 2-1, even still. Okay, now I think I can, because I don't have the same pressure I once did. Okay, that was a good draw. That lets me get enough pressure to be worth keeping the Erebor Flamesmith around, because I just add another creature to the board. And now, okay, Aomer, sure. No blocks. Just I hope they don't have enough burn to kill me. The Eagles will be my ring bearer because the Eagles want to attack. Ditch the troll. In some ways, I could have attacked with this guy, but then they get to get in 2 points of damage versus only 1. And that's a little bit scary to me. I like having one guy back. They'd have to jump block with this guy. They could then hit me for 2. I'd be at 6. And then there are definitely combinations versus if they attack with this guy now, I'd be at 7, which feels like a little bit safer. But maybe it's just a silly thing to do. I certainly didn't keep him back to not block. Yep, improvised club. Okay, play this by the book. Play the Protector of Gondor first, so that even if they do have a kill spell, I at least kill their guy still. Kill the Flamesmith. Attack for lethal. Got there. Wow, another close one. They almost had me. Because remember, they could have sent that 4 damage to the face, and I would have been at 3. Very close one. Woohoo! We ranked up. See you folks next round. Welcome to another game, and another pretty clear mulligan. I have a couple things I could cast in a few turns, but not doing anything on the draw until turn 4, not having both my colors. I misclicked. That was supposed to be a mulligan. I was literally just talking about how that's a clear mulligan, and then I just accidentally clicked the keep button. Oh well, let's hope I don't get punished, shall we? Whoopsie-daisies. I'm so used to keeping every hand that I am unused to when I'm actually trying to say, please mulligan, and then I accidentally keep it. Looks like we aren't getting too punished. They're playing a card that's not that scary at this point in the game. And we hit a swamp, so we're just going to play our 3-drop and be grateful. And we hit another swamp, so we can get rid of this plains now. So, yeah. This hand worked out, but it easily couldn't have. Okay, and they're playing this thing, which we're hopefully going to be able to prove why that card's not particularly great. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get the Fell Beast down in time to stop this 1-4 from... to, like, eat the 1-4 with our Voracious Fell Beast. Okay, Mordor Muster. You got it, Captain. Hobbit's Sting, sure. Just going to play the most expensive card in my hand every turn. Give myself flexibility down the road. That's kind of what that does. Is I've cleared the 5-drop out, so now if I ever want to draw like a double, if I can double spell by drawing like a 2-drop, I can go like boom boom or something like that. Errand Rider of Gondor, sure. I'm not really worried about the ground. I'm mostly worried about the skies. And the skies can be taken care of. Luckily, they don't have a legendary. I have a 4 or 5 that can block everything on the ground. And this seems as good a time as any to play the Fell Beast. Ooh, a 3/3 flyer is also great here. Yes, that is what I expected. Still no attacks. This is where you hope they don't have a kill spell for your Voracious Fell Beast. Mirkwood Bats. Oh. That could be bad. Like, even them just sacrificing their treasures could be bad there. Ooh. I'm going to kill the Mirkwood Bats 100% here. The question is, do I want to do it now or in a little bit? I'm definitely going to take whatever this hit is. Yeah, 5. I can afford to take a hit for 5 to keep my creatures around, because my creatures are going to be foods later. So, killing Mirkwood Bats now saves me life when they sacrifice these foods. So I'm going to do that. Kill the Mirkwood Bats. Turn this into a Ring Bearer for now. Play this Vigilance guy, and then hold up my Cirith Ungol Patrol. Keep stockpiling food. Ouch! Not nice. It's not very kind of you, opponent. Yep, I'll just play Eagles of the North now. And then I'm happy to trade my Errand Rider of Gondor for either their Trebuchet or that. Because the Trebuchet as a 1/4 is just kind of an annoying blocker. Because it can just make this 1/1 not very useful. I'm not going to attack with the first striker, I don't think. Though maybe I could. If I did that, then they can just attack me with their 3/2s. My life total is still relevant. I'll just attack for 4. I'm fine trading my 3/2 for any of their guys, and so it feels like a relatively free piece of damage to get through. And then I can use my Uruk-hai Berserker to give my Eagles of the North the ring, or maybe the Fell Beast the ring so they don't have the option to triple block. But I want to start looting, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to give the Fell Beast the ring. And then I will attack with the Fell Beast. Beautiful. Oh, that's perfect. I can't gain life, but eventually that'll be exactly what I need. Play Denethor anyway. Now it's just about whether I can find one of my removal spells for this Grima. Because Grima is the only thing that can stop me at this moment. And this can still cause them to lose life, which is noteworthy. Ditch the Eastmark Cavalier. I have plenty of removal spells still left in the deck. I've got another Claim the Precious. I've got a Hobbit Sting. Do I want to do this or do I want to draw a card? I could just draw a card with this thing. I think that'll be better. Okay. A bit surprised they... Oh, I guess they could still be suiciding something there. Westfold Rider, sure. So this guy can drain them for a lot of life. Gore bag. I'm going to ditch the gore bag. He's not very useful to me right now. Okay, killing Landreval is actually pretty good. As soon as Grima goes away, I'm in great shape. Get another 1/1. See, now that's problematic, because now they have a clock. I am drawing an extra card every turn, though. There we go. So this can just sacrifice another creature. Put that as far into their deck as I can get it. So now they have only 1/1/4. So I could attack them with all of my 3/2s and my 3/3s. It is a significant trading down. Can't attack with that. Oh, I could just kill that because it's an artifact. That would have been way better. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to attack with my 3/3 flyer. I was going to sacrifice a human anyway, so I probably should have just kept that one around. That was bad. Whoopsie daisies. Okay, I botched that turn very badly by forgetting that I could sacrifice my guy. Also, I should have used the Seer Thungal Patrol instead of the Denethor for that reason. Okay. So now I can just attack with all of these. Start forcing them to make trades. So I'm doing a lot of trading down, but because I have more resources than them, and I just want to, like, end the game, it's going to be worth it. Because I can just, like, sacrifice everything to Denethor now. Like, I can do 2 to them with Denethor, attack them, kill them. So, if I want to, so they have 2 blockers, they can block my biggest 2 guys, and then they take 2, 5, yeah, okay, sure. I don't need to sacrifice one of my humans because it'll deal a point of damage, which is all I need. Because I have just so many little humans. Got the win. Huge. Nice little victory there. Nice little victory. I'll see you folks next round. Welcome to another round. We will keep this hand. Our opponent has taken a mulligan. We're going to cycle the Eagles of the North. Hopefully we draw a creature to be able to make it legendary before playing the Errand Rider, and then Voracious Fellbeast is great top end, as hopefully you've been able to see. Eagles was honestly very important a couple times to this draft. giving us an extra flying blocker, crucially, helping us push through some damage. It's been pretty good. Okay. Even though Eagles of the North I already have 4 lands for, I'm still going to cycle it because playing the Voracious Fellbeast on curve is so important for me here. And them not having a 2-drop is really good for me. Because I don't have a 2-drop at the moment. And this just gives me a little bit of extra safety. Okay, that's really bad for me. Terrifying, in fact. Denethor is really good, though, because he gives me a little bit of a life buffer. If only I'd had Denethor before so I could play it this turn, instead of having to ditch that land, because that land could also be very relevant with my Errand Rider. Okay. This could go badly. This card tends to beat me when they play it, and I'm on the draw and don't have a 2-drop. But they don't have that many cards in hand. I'm just going to exile that thing, get rid of their looting. They might also have a counter magic available. And I don't want the ring to get to ring status 4. Yep, sure. Quarrel's End. I can play Denethor. Play Call of the Ring. Definitely not going to be paying the life anytime soon, but I have a blocker at least. That's scary. I'm probably going to kill that, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think I can afford to let Denethor die here. I really need to draw land. I'm not going to pay the life. That is kind of a land. Kill that guy while they still don't have a target for their deal 3 effect. Not going to pay the life still. No attacks. And then this time I will block, and then they'll use their whole turn maybe on the deal 3. But they'll only deal an extra 2 to me, and then I can Voracious Fellbeast whatever card they're going to play. Actually, no, I'm still going to not block. I still have my Errand Rider that I want to draw a card with. And be able to sacrifice to Denethor to start gaining life back. They almost certainly have the deal 3. They deal 3 to the Took Reaper, they can't attack me anymore. Yep, that's what I thought. But now they can't keep attacking. That's bad. Oh, gosh, of course. Jeez. Well, that just went about as badly as it could have for, like, every situation there. Honestly, pretty frustrated how this game has broken down. Oh, man. We can still win this, but it's just... Oh, right. One of my creatures died. That's actually huge. Like, I'm probably going to lose. My gosh. Oh, they can only deal damage to creatures. Okay, that's perfect. So if they do have a land to use the Fall of Karandros, I can make them sacrifice their creature with the Voracious Fellbeast, swing in, because they're going to kill Denethor. Oh, I think I've got him if they don't kill me. I'm so close! Oh my gosh, this is so intense. The Westfold Rider killing their fiery thing is so clutch. Oh, man. If they do it on their main phase, I'm going to win, I think. Because I've been saving this Voracious Fellbeast for so long. Sure. Bear the ring. Decline. Make them sack their guy. They go down low. And then if they kill my Voracious Fellbeast, I win. Oh my gosh. Razor's Edge gameplay here. Good game. Hopefully that doesn't mean that they found a burn spell to kill me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Knife's Edge. Wow. Wow, this fiery thing is so scary. Fiery Inscription always getting me. I'm so glad I drew the Westfold Rider. Holy heck. There was that one sequence that went so badly for me, where I was just trying to save my Voracious Fellbeast and stuff. When they had the counterspell. Got there. Let's go. Huge win. Huge. That was awesome. Nice. Another rank up moment. I'll see you folks next round. Welcome to another round. We have a great hand. Unlike that one that I accidentally kept. We are going to cycle this troll because I don't have a fourth land for my protector at the moment. And I only have 15 lands in the deck, so usually you cycle these in your opening hands in those situations. Island. Cool, cool. But Denethor into protector is pretty good. Perfect. The hero of last game, the Westfold Rider. If they play an artifact, then Westfold Rider is even better. Or a creature. I can just have them trade off. Okay. I think I will just play this, because if they do have a counter spell, I'd rather they counter this. Don't want them to start getting their ring tempting shenanigans on. I'll give the Uruk-hai Berserker the ring, because it's more likely to stay alive, so if I draw a Westfold or an Errand Rider, it'll be better. Okay, that wasn't great for me. It happens, though. Things like that happen. Getting in 3 damage is pretty good, usually. So, it could have easily just had nothing. Play Protector of Gondor. They basically used the Deceive the Messenger as a kill spell, and then my, they got an extra 1/1 out of the deal, and I get an extra 1/1 out of a lot of the stuff that I do. So now we're not going to cycle the Eagles because we're so close to actually just using it. So we're just going to start a Denethor chain rolling. Gain a life, they lose a life, I get another 1/1. Another Uruk-hai Berserker. Okay. I'll definitely trade my 1/1 for their 1/1. Their 1/1's a lot better. If they do some amass shenanigans, I can always kill it as well. Well, that's pretty good. This is a situation where now I have an unlimited stream of cards as long as I can leverage my card advantage. So now I'm just going to start firing off my spells. Give Protector of Gondor the ring. Pay the 2 life. And then I'll go to attacks, because if it trades off with their Uruk-hai Berserker, first it'll loot, which could be very relevant. I'm going to ditch 2 Creeper, I think. But if it dies, then I'll get a 1/1, which can then wear the ring next turn. Denethor is really good in this spot. Play a land, end turn, because I want to play Eagles of the North next turn. And on a full life total, they aren't really pressuring me at all. And so Call of the Ring is just going to win me the game here. Troll of Khazad Doom. It does make me feel a little bit bad for using my removal spell. But even then, I'm still going to be in fine shape, I think. They have no attacks. I don't know why they're pausing. I have plenty of draws to find an answer to this. I've got another Claim to Precious. I've got a Banish from Edoras. You shall bear the ring, young human. Take action, pay the life. Eagles of the North, number 2. I will get to loot. Play Eagles of the North. Attack. Loot. I'm going to loot away this. And then I can work on some blocking shenanigans, maybe even. Cool. Like, not this turn. This turn I'll just take the 6. Because I get so hosed by a removal spell here. But next turn I can maybe think about blocking. Like, give the Eagles the ring. Okay. Because Eagles just clocks them so quickly. Okay, so they're going to lose a life. Choose eagles to be the ring bearer. I will pay the 2 life. Nice, a land is good. I'll loot, see what I find. That's a great draw. I think I'm going to get rid of the Seereth Ungol Patrol. I could have gotten rid of the land. Did I already play land? I don't think I did this turn. Because I want to play this thing. And I wanted to have a land here. Okay, I have played land, so I should have totally ditched the land. Give myself the more options. But I was thinking I could sacrifice a human now to get a free drain off. I don't see a reason not to do that. And then I have a pretty easy block on their troll now. With just 1, 2, 3. Actually, not even. With 1, 2, 3. Really easy block. I'll take the 2. Okay. Oh, that's not great. That's not great at all. Yeah. This troll is really a problem. Ugh. Using my removal spell felt very right at the time, but it is not working out for me. You shall bear the ring. I'll not pay 2 life. Oh, no. Yep. Now I kind of have to find an answer to the troll, or I just lose. It happens. You can't win them all. That was really bad. Ugh. Because even if I had just left the troll unblocked, they would have just killed me, I think, because they would have just given it the ring at instant speed and done an extra 3. Yeah, I can't block this thing. Yep, that's game. Well, I gave it a fighting chance. I was never going to be able to kill the troll in combat. They just had too many cards. But I was going to hopefully, like, I don't know, draw a removal spell. I think the key moment in that game was when I used my Claim the Precious and then didn't draw a removal spell the rest of the game. I think it was a reasonable thing to do. Like, I have 5 removal spells in my deck, and I went through well over half of my deck. And at the time, I wasn't that far through my deck. Like, I drew a bunch more cards. And this was just going to make sure that I had more fuel once I played Call of the Ring, because I had so much life total to work with. I killed a 3/2 with it. It was fueling my attacks, and then they just like played a troll, and I never found an answer. I have plenty of answers in my deck, just never found one. Also, like playing the Eagles out was a little bit tough, weird on the mana. Maybe I should have kept the Seereth Ungol Patrol, but that thing would have just died or gotten bounced or whatever it was. So, oh well. See you folks next round. Welcome to another round. We have an easy keep. 3-drop, 4-drop. We will cycle the Eagles of the North, because we're not that close to 6 mana. Overall, I think that this hand is going to do quite well. So now we have a good amount of lands, but this can loot away things. Denethor, we can block here. If they do trade a removal spell plus this for it, we're in good shape. Denethor works great with Protector of Gondor because the 1/1 just constantly feeds Denethor to drain them every turn. Okay. This is going to work out perfectly. Now next turn I can play Errand Rider and then sacrifice the 1/1 human to start the Denethor chain rolling. Sure. We'll see what we shall see. I wonder what they have at instant speed. They might have been trying to bait me into doing this, and they have like a removal spell for Denethor now to stop me from getting the trigger. Okay. That doesn't accomplish much, because I can still block it with Denethor. And also the ring being on 1 doesn't do a ton. Huh. Okay, they have... Oh, they wanted to draw a card off Errand Rider, sure. They could have +3/+2, but nobody plays that card. They could have +1/+3. They could have a deal 3 for Denethor after combat. What else could they have? I feel like there's no way I get really wrecked by that play. Okay, so they just suicided it. That's interesting. So now it's closer on whether or not to kill something with Claim the Precious, because then I unlock some attacks. Like I can start attacking into their 2/2 with my 3/3. They still have 5 cards in hand, though, so I can just keep building out my board. So if I give the ring to Denethor, then they can't double block it. And I'll play this land. Gives me just, if I draw a 7th land, I can do some like this plus this. I'm not at the stage of looting quite yet with the Claim the Precious. 6 lands is good for casting future Eagles or Trolls I draw, or my Voracious Fellbeast. Okay, Stalwarts of Osgiliath, sure. So I will kill the Stalwarts. And now my 3/2s trading with their 2/2 because it's the Ring Bearer is a lot better for me. So I am happy to just kill the Stalwarts here. Make my 1/1 the Ring Bearer now, because my 2/4 can now block his guy. And now, because I don't really want them to have that guy sitting around, now I have a blocker for it. But still, it'd be nice to stop them from looting. Because what I could do is I could just attack with these 3/2s and be like, okay, if a 3/2 trades for his 2/2, that's at least beneficial because then they don't have a 2/2 to loot with. But their 2/2 can't attack into my... Or their 2/2 can't attack into there. It can attack into Denethor. Can't attack into Denethor. I think I'm fine trading a 3/2 for their 2/2 Vigilance Ring Bearer. Especially because if a creature dies, I get another 1/1. Whenever you're making a trade down, like a 3/2 for a 2/2, you have to be very careful that you're not sabotaging yourself. Okay. So they have a combat trick. Okay. This thing can attack in. Playing my 7th land maybe isn't the best when I have this active looter going, but this thing is a fine attacker on this board. Oh, they don't kill my 3/2. Okay. Because now this 3/2, if it trades for their 2/2, isn't going to be very good for me. It's all about resource management. They have 6 lands, I have 7. My board state's definitely better because of Denethor. My Ringbearer can attack and theirs can't. Interesting. So now I can make them ditch this. I can kill their 3/2 and I can get in a big attack. They still have 2 mana up. So they could have like a slip on the ring. I'm just going to play it patiently. This is the downside of getting greedy with my 2/2. Is I could have had like an extra 2/2. I could have just easily played it this turn, and instead I kept a land, so I would have had the extra 2/1 in play, which could definitely be relevant in this sort of drawn out game. Okay. Also keep in mind I can always sacrifice my whole board, so they need to be careful of that. So I can send that back. I think I want to kill that with my Esquire of the King. Okay, so first things first. I would be happy trading these off. And I'm at such a high life total that I don't really care about that thing buffing. He's going to keep dealing 2 to them a turn, essentially. Chipping away, as it were. If they do go for an all-out attack, I won't die, and I can kill them on the crackback. And my 2/4 still blocks the Eastmark Cavalier. Even though this 2/4 has been such a key for me, I think I'm still going to block here. Because if they use Esquire of the King, then I can just attack them with my 3/3s. I kill their 3/2, attack with my 3/3s. They don't have any good blocks. I'm mostly doing this to make them spend their mana on their turn, doing things that are not productive for blocking. Like if they do a combat trick or buff it with this. Yeah. Oh. That did not go well. Wrong card. Hopefully they go for the double block here. Your Fire Foes just decimated me. Maybe that card should have been on my radar. If they don't have another creature here, I think I've got this because my attack is going to force them to jump with one of their guys. They will be able to trade. Double block, pump. They'll go to 1. Because I can attack, they double block, pay 5 to pump, I kill one. I'm just going to pass. I don't really want to trade a 3/3 for a 1/1, because if they play another blocker, then they're in bad shape. Like, they can't really spend their mana and also have the mana up. Could be wrong, but now if I attack all out, they don't have a good block because they'll be dead, so they can't double block. They'll have to, like, go block jump. I also maybe have a better late game than the red-white deck. I could have attacked and then tried to see what could happen. Okay. I don't really want to trade my 3/3 for the 3/1 for their 1/1. Because next turn having 2 creatures is pretty nice. Also, this just means if they have a removal spell, if I draw my own removal spell, I win. So. Okay. This was the benefit of keeping my creatures around. Though, to be fair, if I had traded my 3/1 for their 1/1, I would have an attack in there, whereas I didn't really have an attack anymore. So that is some logic for not doing it the way I did. Anyway, got the win. We're heading to the final round. I'll see you there. Welcome to round 1. We will keep this. Pretty easy keep, I would say. With my 4th land being drawn, I don't have a reason to cycle the troll anymore. I'm fairly likely to just, like, play everything on curve. Now that I have that, I'm going to probably cycle the Eagles of the North to try and, like, hit all my stuff. I hope they attack with this, because I will banish from Edorasit. Just get a little bit of value. And who knows, maybe I won't. Yep, they're definitely blocking. Grimma's certainly annoying. But I have answers. Perfect. I'm glad I didn't cycle the troll. Definitely not attacking in now when they could have Gandalf. As we saw earlier, playing around Gandalf can be worth it. Wow. It's a bold strategy. Okay, are they going to mill themselves? Probably. I have to imagine they're going to mill themselves. They already have an instant. They probably have more graveyard synergies. Nice. So they get a 2/2. They can also sacrifice their guy to a mass too, so that's worth knowing. Really glad that I didn't ditch the troll now, because I've drawn lots of land. But I have ways to get the ring going, so I can just hold these excess lands. Huh. I'll block. If they have a kill spell, then they'll use it on that instead of on my troll. And this is a good trade for me. If they have reanimation, they have reanimation. Yep. This 2/2 is going to be able to block their guy. No matter how big it gets. I'm going to play this guy instead of the Eastmark. Eastmark can block this guy. But the reason I'm playing it like this is because I could just draw like something else next turn, and then I'll just take the 5 this turn. And playing the 6/5 stops them from attacking with the 3/4 and the 1/1. And the 2/2 can come down next turn alongside something else, hopefully. That's the hope. I can't block here because they can just sacrifice the thing there. That's not what I like to see here. That's a pretty good synergy with Grima. No blocks. They don't have any good creatures in the graveyard. Not really, at least. So I could enter race mode. I think I'll just take another hit for 5 and hit them for 7 this turn. I haven't really drawn particularly well this game. I've just drawn a lot of lands and 5 spells. So you expect to have this happen some percentage of the time. All by myself some time. 5 damage. Nice. I can attack with both. They won't be able to kill me as long as they don't have a kill spell. They probably have a kill spell, but they might not. I'm going to put on the Cavalier. So I can block here. So they must have some way to make the ring go at instant speed. So if I block like this, I'll take 1, and then the ring will do an extra 3, so that'll be 4, 5, 6. So that means I can afford to block here. Take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 if this thing gets its buff. Oh, that's what they have. Okay. So there was no way I could have survived. Because the Crebain and the Haunt alone were enough to kill me. Okay. Well, we still have one more shot at the max win run. So I'll see you folks there. Welcome to another round, the final round. We're going to keep this. We have both our colors. We don't have anything too proactive to do. But once we get the Protectors of Gondor down, those will protect us a little bit. Ah, the birthday! We're hoping for that max win run. I'm not sure I want to cycle this. I will cycle it. I just want to make sure I deploy things smoothly. Oh, this will be really bad if I don't draw a playable spell here. It's playable. Not the best. Because I am under a bit of pressure, and blue-red tends to burn you out, so you want to keep your life total high. So far they've played only spells, not great. Though my 3/3 can block. And my 1/1 can trade with their stuff. And another Protector of Gondor will do the exact same thing. Melnelor. I will pay the 2 life. I know I said I need to keep my life total high, but I also need to find creature here, so I can go for the gore bag, kill their thing, and that'll save me life in the long run, because I will have not let them hit me for 3. And I'm looting through this plains that I don't want. That's a good draw. I really hope they trade. And I'm not going to pay any more life, I don't think. Not until I find some way to generate food, which I only have Cirith Ungol Patrol. But they already have 3 instants in their graveyard. I guess it's not that dangerous to pay cheap more life one more time. I'm worried about them having -3/-0, which this does not protect against. I guess I'll just block like that. If they have -3/-0, they don't kill the one that I care about. Yep. Draw. I'm going to use this one. I know this thing's going to be more mana efficient, but this lets me make this thing my ring bearer. I'm going to decline now, and then I'm going to hit them. And try to hit them for 6. And try to force a chump so that my Voracious Fellbeast can wreck them. Okay. Because they have a lot of instants and sorcerers in the graveyard. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to get burned out. Now they have 6 in the graveyard. Decline. I think this is the best I'm going to get. Force them to sack their 1/1, attack them for 1 billion. Get a food. Next turn I can play Protector of Gondor, sack the food. They take a lot of damage here. $12 is a fairly safe life total. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 infants and sorceries in the graveyard. Okay, they kill that. That was not what they wanted. They wanted to sack this so that they could hit me for 5 and then potentially burn me out. I don't think I was going to be able to gain 3, but that was going to be tough maybe. Yes! We got the max win run. Awesome stuff. Pretty cool. I would say that that's a success. 7-2. Doesn't come around every day, but feels pretty good. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did make it all the way till the end of the video, leave hashtag smooth draft in the comment section down below, because that one felt really nice. Nothing too crazy in terms of, I mean, the games were very close, it felt like, but overall everything played out pretty nicely, and the deck was very, very nice, pretty consistent, and it just felt smooth to play. That's just the word I would use to describe it. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you do want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments. And yeah, that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.